What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, peeled my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps to try and recruit you and also sell you an overpriced product. If you're brand new, hello. Thank you guys for being here. And if you've been here for a while, thank you guys. I appreciate all of the comments and the interaction and the support. Shout out to all the members. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, here is my handle. I'm the most active on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. This video was sent to me, and actually, I think this was on YouTube. This was sent to me and it's publicly posted on YouTube. I think that's the best way to say that. And I'm going to react to it. So, yeah. You saw the thumbnail. Let's just get into it. Drop your commentary below. Okay.
Discuss the 7 things that all anti-MLMers say. Okay. Now, before I was a coach and trainer for the network marketing industry, I was the #1 income earner of a network marketing company. I've noticed.
In what company or companies, Ray?
There is a trend of these bullying, shaming, mean anti-MLM people that are going around dropping comments that you may not be able to answer.
Wait, what? Bullying and shaming. That's not accurate. That's not what happens. Education and facts are not attacks. It's information. It's education. So that's interesting. And also, who's running around dropping comments? Who does that? Okay. Starting off strong.
Let me help you with that. Okay, first I'm going to tackle only the people at the top make money. Well, I'm an example in both directions of why that's not true. So when I first got started in network marketing, I joined a company, and I'll be honest, it wasn't my focus. Now I did try. I did made a little bit of money, not a lot, but I recruited a few people that ran with it, and it was their full-time focus, and they out-earned me. Now,
That's not an argument here. He said only the people at the top are making money, which is what anti-MLM content creators and just people that are a part of the movement are saying. And the reason that we're saying that is because that's what the income disclosure statements show. That's what the stats and the data from the Federal Trade Commission show. So even though his experience was different, it still doesn't answer the statistics and data that we are provided by the FTC and the companies themselves.
How's that possible if only the people at the top make money? Now, I was the 280,000th rep of that company. I did make some money, but 2 people under me became 6-figure earners, right? I did not become a 6-figure earner in that company, but 2 people I brought in did. So how's that possible if that's true, if only people at the top? It means it's pay for performance. They outperformed me. They got the product in front of more people than I did. That's all it means, and that's why that is a total myth. Number 2.
No, it's not a myth. You can skip right past it, if you will, or attempt to, but it still does not answer the statistics and data that's provided to us by the FTC and the companies themselves if they have an income disclosure statement.
2, only a tiny percentage of people make money. Well, you just have to understand sales, okay? And one of the examples that I've shared before on some of my other videos is the realtor example. And this comes from...
We're going right into a false equivalence fallacy. I love this. In any other sales job, are you required, in order to make a substantial income, are you required to recruit other salespeople? No, you're not. So comparing this, again, apples and oranges.
My good friend Tim Sales, who's a fellow trainer with me. And did you know in 2019 over 700,000 people bought the study materials to become a realtor? Now
and how many people joined a multi-level marketing company and never made any money or lost money? If we're going to throw statistics and data around, let's represent both sides.
The only reason to buy those materials is to become a realtor. They're teaching you contract law and legalese and stuff like that. No one's buying that for recreational reading. And that course, by the way, is almost 60 hours, right? So you got to be pretty serious about being a realtor to buy that. Now, it does cost money. Taking the exam costs money, and about 44% of people pass the exam, okay?
This is so fascinating to me. He's okay with showing the statistics and data for something that has nothing to do with multi-level marketing company, but he doesn't like the fact, in my opinion, that the anti-MLM movement is also using statistics and data. Like, he's not willing, it feels like, to look at the statistics and data, but he's going to use it in his argument for his false equivalence fallacy that he's doing right now.
So out of 700,000 people, 50,000 passed the exam. Out of the 50,000, 37,750 sold a home. So the average commission about 5,000. Now the reason why
he's spending a whole lot of time on this false equivalence fallacy. Show us the data for multi-level marketing. How many people joined in this same year? What was the average cost that people spent in order to start their MLM business, if you will? How many of those people stayed? How many of those people actually made any money? Let's use logic in this conversation here. I mean, I know it's not a conversation, but he's working really hard comparing something that has nothing to do with multi-level marketing.
I'm walking you through all of this because if you looked at only 37,000 out of 700,000 people made money at all, you might think, dang, is that a scam or something? And then that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is yet again pay for performance. There is a concept called the pipeline.
He loves talking about the pipeline, which is essentially leads. That's all that is. And again, real estate agents don't typically have to recruit other real estate agents unless you're in, what is the MLM real estate agent company, if you will? eXp Realty.
People did you reach out to? How many people did you follow up with? How many people did you get to the open house, or i.e. in front of your product or video? So the issue becomes when someone says only a small percentage of people make money, the reason that's hard to battle is when there's no comparison.
No, when there's no comparison. But you're comparing something that has nothing to do with multi-level marketing. And the reason that's hard to battle is because it's backed up by the company's income disclosure statements and data from the FTC.
But you compare it to something that I think most of us agree that realtors, that's a valid career. But when you hear 700,000 and only 37,000, now you have a comparison. You have a comparison. And so It all boils down to anything in sales, network marketing, real estate, anything. How many people did you get through the pipeline? That's it. That is the indicator, not the industry. And so that's the takeaway from that. And
he's trying so hard, you guys.
And there are many things that people do on the side. Network marketing is usually one of them. If you ran the statistics of who runs a blog, of YouTubers, of podcasters, and
also more false equivalence fallacy in play here. So I'm a YouTuber. Hello. Hi. You guys know that. But I'm not recruiting you guys to become YouTubers as well. So you're comparing things that have nothing to do with one another. And honestly, it's just making his argument, in my opinion, look even more, I don't want to use the word silly. Irrelevant? Maybe that's the word I want to use. I'm not recruiting anybody to start their own YouTube channel. The information I put out, people can consume for free. They can watch all my crazy facial expressions for free. They can listen to my commentary for free. If they choose to send me a super chat, or if they choose to buy a piece of merch, that's how they're choosing to support me, but it's not a requirement. in order for my YouTube channel to be successful. I'm not going to make more money by recruiting other people to start their own YouTube channels. Like it's not the same thing.
What percentage of them make money? It would actually be pretty similar because, again, what does it come down to? It comes down to the pipeline. How many people did that podcaster get in front of their product? How many people did that blogger get in front of their product, et cetera, and so forth?
And those other two examples that he gave, a blogger and also a podcaster, again, they're not recruiting people to make more money. It's a completely different business model. It's so interesting to me when people that are very pro MLM, it's like they forget that there's a complete half, if you will, or 3/4 of the comp plan that is based off of either team sales and commissions or bonuses for recruiting, those types of things. There's a huge emphasis in multi-level marketing companies to recruit. And that's because people have noticed, hey, I'm going to make more money if I recruit people instead of I'm going to make a little bit of commission if I sell this product. So again, comparing two things that have nothing to do with one another. They're completely different business models.
And so if someone's starting this already part-time, then that lessens the time they have to build that pipeline. Here's another common one. Anything you have to pay to join is a scam. I mean, that's just silly. You're talking about, do I want to apply and take a job, or do I want to start a business? And that business has...
Those two have nothing in common. If I apply for a job and I get hired, I'm going to be paid an hourly wage. If I'm full-time, I may even, get benefits, but I'm going to be paid for my time in the form of an hourly wage or a salary. In multi-level marketing, that's not how that works. If you sell something or you recruit somebody, that's how you get paid. Heavy emphasis on the recruiting aspect and the team volume and all of that, getting paid off of your downline. So you're comparing these two. I feel like this is what I'm going to keep saying over and over again throughout this video, because he's trying to use all of these things to, make multi-level marketing look like a valid thing. And it's not, because of the data, because of the statistics.
Varying costs. Now, just because network marketing is low cost, there is a cost. You're typically getting product, or you're getting access to a certain type of service or whatever. But without any kind of comparison, if you're only comparing it to a job, then yeah, it's different. You may or may not be aware, but in 2016, I sold my network marketing business center. How could I sell something that isn't a business? Well, it is a business.
Because you sold your position. It wasn't a business. You were a 1099 contracted worker with that company, and you sold your position, which means your downline and your customers. This isn't even a valid argument, in my opinion.
Can you sell a job? I remember I left a high-paying salary to go into real estate. Unfortunately, I couldn't sell that position. Okay, all right, who wants it? Who wants it? I'm going to place someone in my position. No, the HR director does that, not me, right? Because I didn't.
And you also don't typically have to pay to start a job. So I don't feel like this is doing what he thinks it might be doing.
Own it. I sold my business center. And so it is a business, and businesses have varying costs. Now, I have a friend in Vegas. He bought a brick oven for his pizza restaurant. It was $80,000. How many pizzas does he need to make? And
is he required to recruit other people to also buy that same pizza oven, or no? In order to make money? No. No, he just opens it up. He opens up his business, his legitimate business, where he's making all the decisions, where the store is located, which pizza oven he's getting, what kind of toppings, what's the menu going to look like? What are going to be the hours that he's open, who he's hiring? That's a legitimate business. Selling your position in a multi-level marketing company is not the same as your friend that is opening up a pizza business here in Las Vegas. They're not the same. He's not recruiting people. But again, forgetting the whole, like 3/4 of a comp plan. He's leaving all of that out, which is something that we typically see from MLMers and MLM coaches.
Profit of the pizza to make that back a lot if you go out there and you want to buy a franchise. Now, why do people buy franchises? Because it's a name that people recognize and they have a system. I just follow a system. I don't have to figure it all out myself. So if you look at one particular franchise called Domino's Pizza, you may have heard of it.
You're really going to compare multi-level marketing to Domino's? To owning a franchise through Domino's?
It's a $250,000 investment, and they tell you it's a 10-year return on investment. So for those of you who haven't, studied, business or anything, return on investment, what does that mean? That means you make your money back. So in 10 years...
You know what's interesting to me? Unfortunate pause. These examples that he is giving, in my opinion, are extreme. The way that he's presenting this is like, oh, well, this is the only way that you can start a business. You start a franchise, or you start a pizza restaurant or whatever in your city, and that pizza oven's $80,000. There are so many other ways to start a business that have just as low of an initial investment as what he's saying with multi-level marketing. The only difference or differences is the fact that you are going to make your own decisions. Let's say that I start a business and I'm making my own lip glosses, right? And I get to decide what kind of component it's in. I get to decide the coloring. I'm working with the manufacturer. I'm setting the prices. I'm making all of these decisions. If I were to have like a lip gloss business, and the overhead for that would be pretty small. You start off small and then you build, and you start off small and then you build. So the fact that he's trying to use these extreme examples like it's the only way to start a business, that's not accurate.
Expect to have your investment back of $250,000. And let's hope that none of your drivers crash into anyone and kill anybody. Let's hope that no one robs you. Let's hope that, the meat doesn't go bad. Let's hope there's no supply chain issues, right? All kinds of things can go wrong.
Like there's not supply chain issues in multi-level marketing companies, Ray.
But they're telling you to expect a 10-year return on investment. And so all businesses have a cost. It just so happens network marketing is a business. We've proven that.
No,
you haven't.
Very
low cost. Usually it's a couple $100.
It's not a business, Ray. You're paid as a 1099 contracted. I've already covered this. I'm not going to cover this again. I've already covered this. Let's keep it moving.
Sometimes a couple $1,000. Ask any other business owner on the planet, hey, to start a business for a couple $1,000, is that a lot of money? They're going to say,
sound off below, business owners, because I know that you're in here. I know that you watch because I see your comments, and I do my best to respond to everybody. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep doing that, but for now, that's what I'm doing. So, unfortunate pause again. Yeah, sound off below in the comments. Yeah.
I paid more for that in my permits. Okay, so that answer.
Also, he's comparing a brick and mortar business. Both of those are brick and mortar businesses, if you will. And there are so many other ways to run a business, Etsy and Amazon resellers. And there's all kinds of ways that you can start a business through social media, online, that type of thing. So he's, in my opinion, really catering his argument with very specific and yet extreme examples. Starting a business, there are so many different ways that you can do that. And it doesn't require a storefront.
There's the issue of things you got to pay for are a scam. Okay, another real common one is most people never make their money back. As we've talked about, that is something in...
Actually, the argument is that the majority of people, and in fact, over 99% of people, according to the FTC, lose money or don't make any at all. That's the argument. It's not about making their money back. It's that they lose money or don't make any at all.
Most businesses, you have a certain length of time that's a return on investment. But at the end of the day, even our Domino's franchise friends, at the end of the day, it is pipeline. It's pipeline. How many people did you expose to the product? How many people did you follow up with? How many people did you get in front of the video?
What he's forgetting to say is, how many people did you recruit today? all of which are not required by any of the actual business examples that he's given.
This is, you want to make your money back, there you go. One of our clients, Amy, she was in network marketing for 17 years, had never made her money back. Now that's not the greatest story, right?
You just said the quiet part out loud, right?
Right, that would be the one that anti-MLMers would highlight. But she found a
Oh no, we're highlighting all of it. I'm not editing out anything. We are reacting to your video in its entirety.
new way of doing things. She started understanding the pipeline. She found my social media training. She's now $1 million earner in her company. Now, that's a really amazing.
Is she $1 million earner in her company because of selling products solely? Or does she have a large team?
Story. That's an awesome story of someone who just never gave up. Could she have used the skills a little bit earlier? Of course, but the whole thing of most people don't make their money back, it's that they're just not doing the pipeline. That's why they didn't make their money back, and that's why Amy hadn't made her money back either. So I'd love to hear from you. I do read and respond to every single comment. And so what's one that you've heard from an anti-MLMer? Have you been getting bullied? There's a lot of them out there, man. I don't know what.
Nobody's bullying you, Ray. We're calling you out on your BS. That's what we're doing. And you're taking it like we're bullying you, because when you're in an MLM, or pro MLM, I guess is how I should say that, when people question and when people are putting out education, it's really difficult to deal with. And numbers don't lie. Statistics don't lie. Data doesn't lie.
They do for their career, but they have a lot of time on their hands. So what's one that you have heard?
We have a lot of time on our hands. Yeah, because you know why? We got out of the MLM and now we have true time freedom.
Drop it in the comments if I haven't covered it, and maybe that becomes my next video. Another kind of crappy comment that I've seen is, why don't you do a real job? I've seen that comment in a lot of network marketing,
I mean, didn't he just say that about YouTubers and anti-MLM content creators?
network marketing kind of videos. Most people in network marketing are doing this on the side. Most of them do have a job, but they learn something. They learn something called passive income. They learn the concept of, hey, if I introduce someone to this company.
I feel like he's missing. Yeah, he's getting ready to say it, but passive income off of recruiting. Because the money that you're making on the auto ship orders of product is very, very small compared to getting paid money off of your team's efforts.
Anytime this person orders products from this company, I get paid. I'm doing something one time and getting paid many times. That's not like my job. So most jobs, you're getting paid for your time. If you decide to take a few years off, they ain't gonna pay you. That's not how it works. I have one friend, Dave, out in Sacramento. This guy built a very, very successful business, and he stopped building it, but he had built up a very large customer base, and he, 25 years later, still gets over $10,000 a month. Now, he did a monumental amount of work. This is not some lottery ticket, right? What did he do? During the years that he did work, he worked that pipeline like crazy. He talked to a lot of people, got a lot of rejection, got out there, did a lot of stuff, and he's getting paid over and over. That's why someone's looking at network marketing as an alternative, is they're looking at freedom.
And how many people in multi-level marketing are making that kind of income? Probably only the top of the companies. But these part-timers that are just trying to make their investment back, it is mathematically impossible for them to ever make that much money because they're at the bottom of the pyramid.
They're looking at, hey, maybe I can, get my passive income up to a point where I don't have to work extra hours, or I don't have to show up, and it's going to come in, month out, whether I roll over a bed or out of bed. Now, sometimes people quit, of course. Sometimes people cancel their auto ship. But if you're continuously working that pipeline, you can compound your efforts.
But I thought you just said that this guy worked super hard and then now he's just getting residual income. But then in this next thing that you just said, you have to work super hard on your pipeline. So like, which narrative is it?
And even if you build a team, now not just you is working the pipeline, now other people are too. Same pipeline, and you're getting compensated on all of their efforts too.
That's the issue. That is the issue. You're recruiting people that are doing the same exact thing as you, meaning they're your competition, and you're getting paid off of their efforts, and you're getting paid more than you are. If you were to compare the money that you're making from a team member and you're comparing it to the amount of money that you're making off of the sale of a product, there's going to be a drastic difference in the payout of that.
That's why people don't just stick to a job and want to seek, hey, can I do this thing? Because the benefits of it are pretty amazing. Ah, the big one. This is a pyramid scheme. Now, most people don't know what a pyramid scheme is. So my favorite response is usually like, what do you mean? And they're like, it's bad, like fire, right? They can't really enunciate what they think they mean, and it's very strange, but they're really comfortable saying that. This is a pyramid scheme. Well, a pyramid scheme means there's no product, right?
That's not what a pyramid scheme means. And because of that, let's go ahead and define it, what a pyramid scheme is. And let's use the FTC as a way to define that. I will make sure that I put the link to this in the video description in the event that you would like to check it out. But according to the FTC, pyramid schemes are scams. They can look remarkably like legitimate MLM business opportunities and often sell actual products, maybe even ones you've heard of. But if you become a distributor for a pyramid scheme, it can cost you and your recruits, often your family and friends, a lot of time and money that you won't get back. The promoters of a pyramid scheme may try to recruit you with pitches about what you'll earn. They may say you can change your life, quit your job, and even get rich by selling the company's products. That's a lie. Your income would be based mostly on how many people you recruit, not how much product you sell. Pyramid schemes are set up to encourage everyone to keep recruiting people to keep a constant stream of new distributors and their money flowing into the business. Is that what you're referring to as your pipeline, Ray? Because that tracks. Often in a pyramid scheme, you'll be encouraged or even required to buy a certain amount of products at regular intervals, even if you already have more inventory than you can use or sell. You may even have to buy products before you're eligible to get paid or earn certain bonuses. You also may have to pay repeated fees for other items like training sessions or expensive marketing materials. In addition, the company may say you can earn lavish rewards like prizes, bonuses, exotic vacations, and luxury cars. However, it often turns out that you have to meet certain product purchase, recruitment, training, or other goals to qualify for the rewards. And only a handful of distributors ever qualify. Eventually, most distributors find that no matter how hard they work, they can't sell enough inventory or recruit enough people to make money. They also can't keep up with required fees or the inventory purchases, and they can't earn enough money to cover their expenses. In the end, most people run out of money, have to quit, and lose everything they invested. Here are some warning signs of a pyramid scheme. Promoters make extravagant promises about your earning potential. Stop. These promises are false. Promoters emphasize recruiting new distributors for your sales network as the real way to make money. Walk away. In a legitimate MLM program, you should be able to make money just by selling the product. Just do affiliate marketing instead of multi-level marketing. Okay. Promoters play on your emotions or use high pressure sales tactics, maybe saying you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act now and discouraging you from taking time to study the company. Leave by the nearest exit. Any company that tries to pressure you to join is one to avoid. Lastly, distributors buy more products than they want to use or can resell just to stay active in the company or to qualify for bonuses or other rewards. If you see this happening, keep your money. So no, Ray, that's not accurate. Pyramid schemes can have products per the FTC.
So people that are paying to join something are the people who were in before them are being compensated from that money. And this is the most famous, I think, pyramid scheme would be Bernie Madoff. So an investor would come in and
That was actually a Ponzi scheme.
give him tens of millions of dollars, and he would take that money and say, "Thank you very much. I'm going to invest it." Right? And then he would give that to investors that were with him earlier saying, look what we made. And they're like, yay, right? There's no actual product there, right? Like what's happening? The product.
I love how he is taking the story and using it to fit his narrative. So that's actually a Ponzi scheme. And it is a form of fraud that lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors, which is exactly what he described. So this whole argument of him saying, oh, if they're saying it's a pyramid scheme, they don't know what they're talking about. Ray, you don't know what you're talking about. You just defined a Ponzi scheme and you're trying to use it as an argument to be pro MLM. Yikes.
Product is getting other suckers to buy into this thing. Well, network marketing companies, they either have a service that they have spent the millions of dollars to build the software and infrastructure around to be able to host that service, or it's a product, right? It's a product. You're getting something. And so as far as it being a pyramid, that also insinuates that people that are in earlier make more than those that come in, and that's not true.
Yes, it is true. That is true.
Right? I became the number one income earner of a company. I out-earned all the people above me in that company because of my performance, because I just talked to more people, because I presented the opportunity.
And because you got in early, allegedly.
To more people. And so there's actually multiple ways to shatter the whole this is a pyramid thing, but
no, there's not, because you haven't given one. Not one.
Trust me, most people telling you it's a pyramid, they don't even know what they're saying. So
ironic, isn't it?
You don't usually have to really defend it much. Just say, what do you mean? And they won't be able to answer it. And so I hope that helps. And
Ray, were you being passive aggressive there? Is that what we were seeing?
Lastly, but one of my favorites and one of the things that you really need to be equipped with is you have to harass your friends and family. Well, you shouldn't. And the key word being harass, right? You shouldn't harass anybody to do anything, to be honest. You shouldn't try to convince people to do stuff because that's just exhausting. Believe me, there are enough people out there that want passive income, that want to make extra money, that want a great product.
So instead of harassing friends and family, he teaches allegedly to cold message people and will give scripts to cold message people on social media. And he thinks that that's okay. And that's an effective way to build a business, is to harass, in my opinion, people that you don't know. So because they're not friends and family, that makes it okay. No.
Product. You don't have to harass. And so, and when it comes to friends and family members.
And just for funsies, drop some of the scripts. If you were a part of Rank Makers and you feel comfortable enough, obviously, drop some of the scripts that you got from him so that you guys can see what I'm talking about here.
I'm going to be especially picky. Not only am I not going to harass them, I'm going to evaluate, do I bring it up to them? Because if there's someone that complains at the dinner table all day long, or there's someone that comes to the family reunion, you're like, oh God, there they are. I don't want them in my team. I actually purposely don't want to prospect them. And so this actually goes against, our training will help you go against this way of thinking. Not only should you not harass anybody, let alone your friends and family, instead, see if they're open, if you want them in your team, but those.
Oh man, so many scripts are going through my mind right now. He ends a lot of them with, hey, are you willing to take a look? And if not, that's okay. That's cool. Oh my word.
You don't want in your team, don't approach them. Don't mention it. Don't bring it up to them. So not only don't harass, don't even approach them with that. And so that should really help you with that mindset. There's plenty of people out there that have problems, no solutions. You have a solution, so no need to harass.
And you know what? There's so many other solutions that are not a multi-level marketing company And there's dupes for everything that are so much cheaper. So much cheaper.
Okay, so maybe you've been playing small because you've been befuddled by these anti-MLMers that are commenting on your videos, and now you're ready.
What anti-MLM people are commenting on their videos? I must know. I mean, I guess maybe there's people, but typically they just send us the link or upload it, download it, upload it, whatever.
Ready to rock and roll. Well, I highly suggest that you get
Okay, done with that, because I know he's probably pitching his whatever, his thing. I don't know. Anyways, I find it really interesting that he is saying not to pitch friends and family because his mentor, Eric Worre, teaches the opposite and asks people to be that are friends and family, just be my first customer, just try it for 30 days. So I find that really fascinating. Oh, man, he tried on this. He really did. Guys, don't join an MLM. You don't need an MLM coach. In fact, I hope you guys get out of an MLM if you're watching this. And if you are somebody that is following Ray and somebody that is like, that's my mentor, just try to remove the MLM filter and really, really think about, in my opinion, this person that you are following. All right. Anyways, if you love today's video, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for your comments. Turn the bell notification on. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Okay. That's it. That's all I've got for you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.